Lesson 1, Variables and Expressions. Okay, today we're going to start with some vocabulary that you are probably used to using and hearing, but might not have a great idea of the actual definition. So first up is variable. Okay, this is a letter or symbol, and it's going to represent some value, some number. Okay, and that number could change. So you'd recognize a variable in, say, the formula for the area of a rectangle. Area equals base times height. Okay, area, base, and height are all variables. For one rectangle, b might be 4. For another rectangle, your base might be a lot larger. It might be 8 or 20. That value changes, so that's a variable. A constant is a number that doesn't change. So all of the normal numbers, integers, decimals, fractions, those are all constants. But you can also have symbols that are constants. Pi is a constant. Okay, it always stays the same. It's always 3.1415 and on and on and on. Doesn't change, so it's not a variable, even though it is a symbol. Now, a numerical expression is going to be one that contains constants, so numbers, or symbols like pi that are still constant, and operations like plus, minus, multiplication, division, things like that. An algebraic expression must contain variables and operations, but it may or may not have constants. So the formula for the area of a rectangle, A equals base times height, you have area, base, and height as variables. The equals sign is your operation. It doesn't have any constants in it. But if we take a different formula, like the area of a triangle, you have area equals 1/2 base times height. The 1/2 is a constant. It never changes. No matter what triangle you are figuring out the area of, it's always going to be multiplied by 1/2. Evaluate just means to find the value of an expression. So if you have an algebraic expression like 2x plus 3 equals 10, right? Or 2x plus 3 equals y, and then they give you a value like 4x equals 4, all right? Then you could evaluate to find out what y is. Okay? Really just means to figure out the answer. The first concept we're going to be looking at is translating from algebraic symbols to words. So right here we have 5 plus pi. This is algebraic symbols. This is an algebraic expression. 5 plus pi, when you say it out in words, that is the translation. Okay? There are multiple ways to do this. There's a lot of different words that we use to represent the plus symbol, the addition symbol. Okay? The most common mistake happens when the numbers or the constants or variables get reversed in a subtraction or division problem. So this is just 5 plus pi. And plus is the most common. It's the one we all recognize. But again, there's lots of different ways to represent it. We could say this is pi added to 5, or 5 and pi together, 5 increased by pi, the sum of 5 and pi. But because this is addition, we can also flip them around. This could be 5 plus pi, but we could write this as pi plus 5, and it wouldn't change our answer. It wouldn't change the value that those equal. Okay, this is not the case with subtraction or division. With subtraction, the most common word we use is minus. Okay, 5 minus k. Everyone understands that. But when we get to using different terms like less than, you get into the case where you can't flip the variables and the constants. You can't change the order or else the problem will be incorrect. So k less than 5 is going to be the correct way of writing this algebraic expression. But if we write it as 5 less than k, this is going to be incorrect. It's going to basically be k minus 5, which changes the answer. So that's where you really have to be careful. All right, that is it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one.